Do you want a job that you can work from home, be your own boss, and work with something very creative? So today I want to talk about how it is to be a filmmaker. And I know everybody thinks that is just being at home, chilling with your dog and doing whatever you want, grabbing your camera and shooting videos. There's definitely more layers to that, and you never know. There's always a time when you receive that message and you gotta grab your phone and go do something. And basically, with this video, I want to share that the filmmaker life is not always easy and always beautiful. There's a lot of challenges that come with it, and those are the things that nobody wants you to know about the filmmaker life. First thing, when you start to work as a freelancer, you're never gonna know if you're gonna have your paycheck every month. Even if you have clients in 1 month and they're bugging you all the time, you never know if you're gonna have them for the next month. So everything you do or every work you do needs to be very precise, and you need to be very careful with your communication. How fast do you answer and what time do you answer? So it's a lot of micro things that you gotta manage within the creative side. Another problematic side about being a filmmaker that I have inside of myself, and I know a few creators also have, maybe you don't care, but nowadays everybody's focusing on vertical videos and short form content. And because the video is in a short form, I feel that became a little bit harder to tell a good story. Also, those short form videos, they're always like a copy and paste type of video. People just want you to follow templates. They don't want you to be as creative. For example, I had a client once before that he always show me the template and he want me to do exactly how it was shown. So I didn't have much room to go out of it. I just have to copy any TikTok trend, you know? And that was very boring in the creative side. So that's another con that we are facing nowadays as a filmmaker. Another problem in the filmmaker life is that this is a very lonely type of work. You're basically on your own, on your house, trying to figure out things, try to understand the business sides, paying tax, everything that compounds that, also selling yourself, making yourself into a business, into a brand. So it can be very overwhelmed type of work to do by yourself. So I advise you to find a community. I found myself in a community with YouTube. I watched so many YouTube videos and I kind of became friends with those YouTubers that I watch it in a way, because I was listening things that they did it right or wrong, and I was learning with that, and that helped me a lot. So if you already like the content I'm creating, please subscribe to this channel. Also comment down below, and let's make this filmmaker life less alone and try to collaborate and share ideas and share thoughts. You can even tell me down here one con that you face as a filmmaker or a freelancer video editor by yourself. Another thing that I believe that nobody wants you to know about being a filmmaker, in the beginning, if you need to pay your bills, you might have to say yes to a lot of things. And those a lot of things is not gonna be the type of work you might want to do. Maybe it's gonna be some boring corporate work, but it's gonna pay your bill. And because you're gonna be saying yes to a lot of works that don't pay as well and it's not very motivating, it might feel very overwhelming in the beginning. Also, like right now, what's happening with me is that I'm doing those kind of boring works that pays my bill and try to manage this with creative work that I like to do. And I'm doing personal projects with friends, and also this YouTube channel, that's something that I really like to do. And those are the things that sparks me with video and reminds me why I'm doing this in the first place. But at the end of the road, you're gonna see that it's very important to do those boring, not what you want to do in your life type of work, and that happens in every career. It's very hard. Somebody that started from scratch, from the basic, and doesn't know nobody around that can uplift you and bring you to the position that you actually want, to start doing meaningful projects right away. The way you can actually achieve meaningful projects is by doing your own personal projects, so you can show off and maybe get some finance on that. But telling the truth and being honest with the filmmaker life, those personal and passionate projects are the one that you might get the least amount of money, or sometimes you might do it for free. So if you gotta pay your bills and you wanna use your skills, that's a problem you might face. And also bring a little bit about the editor side inside of the filmmaking. The hardest part is dealing with adjustments. You might have to adjust your video like 5 or even 10 times, even if you know your client and even if you guys have a great connection, because at the end of the day, you're just taking abstract ideas, something that somebody put on their imagination, and bringing it into a real life in images. Making videos is basically that. And the worst is that sometimes you gotta get those abstract ideas from mind and you gotta put in 2 images. Maybe you have even your own abstract image in your head, and you gotta give up about that and do whatever is in your client's mind. Not what is in your mind, but in your client's mind, to achieve the result he is looking for, the person who is paying is looking for. And it's very painful when that happens, and it's kind of relatable to the adjustments when your client is asking a lot of adjustments to change things, more relatable to the way they are looking for, not the way you are looking for. And the best tip I have for that is just to detach yourself and detach your expectations into the video and try to be more flexible and open to your client's idea and to your client's vision. And as long as you become more professional along the way, you're gonna learn how to set your vision to your client in a way that your communication is clear and very transparent. And that was basically it. I hope this video brought some sort of a realistic vision about being a freelancing filmmaker. And it's not always easy, it's not always beautiful, there's a lot of challenge to it, but at the end of the day, it's also very worth it, since you can be in your home, be with your dog, do your creative work, be your own boss. If you like honest ideas and honest videos where I just chat with the camera like that, please drop down some comments and I would love to make more for you. And if you like any questions, any concerns, any ideas you have about this freelancing filmmaking, I would be more than glad to help you out along the journey. And that was it for today, and I hope I see you in the next video.